Welcome back to the Unanimous Decision Podcast. I am your host, D Palm. Follow me on Blue Sky. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on the socials at DPalm66. Follow the show at UD Pod. Follow the entire MTR network at, you guessed it, the MTR network. You found us. Don't you dare lose us. Subscribe on iTunes. Subscribe on Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube. That's right, YouTube. Dragging this podcast in 2015, one episode at a time. At UDPod66 is the handle there. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, all the stuff you need to do there. As always, brought to you by DanielPalmerMortgages.com. If you can afford your rent, you can afford a mortgage. It's my job to help you qualify. If you are paying rent and you can hear my voice, let's have a conversation about you investing in you and stop paying for someone else's mortgage. You've already bought a house for someone. Now buy one for yourself. And brought to you, of course, by Internet Network. Chris is back with the insanity check. The world's gotten, like, look outside. It's all crazy. But this is the toy department. This is the fun part of the internet. This is the sports show. And when I've got a basketball weekend and I've got a wrestling weekend, I need a subject matter expert in both. There's nowhere else I turn but my homie, Nata. What's up, man? See, now that's an intro. That's a good, solid, positive intro. That's
the best intro you've ever given me, which makes me incredibly fucking nervous about what's coming next.
There's nothing to come next. This is the
sir.
You stumbled across. You stumbled across my favorite weekend of the year. It's the first round of the NBA playoffs, and it's WrestleMania.
Fair.
This is the D Palm Equinox. We're doing. You caught me on a very good evening. I'm doing great. Couldn't be any better. How are you doing, sir?
You know what? I am good. I survived my first solo daddy weekend.
Nice.
Yes, survived it pretty decently too.
Good for you.
Again, we're chalking up these wins again, day by day. Don't get too high, don't get too low.
Keep
stacking the wins.
Stack the wins. There you go, man. Congrats. What was the occasion of the daddy daughter weekend?
Bachelorette party that my wife basically hosted and decided to just go and do it, and it was in the mountains, and so I was like, yes, go.
Yeah, get the hell out of here, man. Yeah.
Get out of here. And we survived. You
didn't just survive, you thrived, man. You bonded with your daughter. You guys went through some stuff. I'm sure there was some ups and downs, but you made it through now you know what that does for her? It makes her feel more comfortable for the next time. And that's the really, we're talking about stacking wins. This is a relationship huge win for you because now she's going to feel comfortable about doing that. And it's just going to make you feel more confident in the stuff you do as a dad.
Yeah, that's true. The beautiful thing about the way my life has gone now is I spend first 2 hours of my day with my daughter.
That's
at
awesome.
least. And then I go to work and do what I have to do. But it's 2 hours, and I drive my daughter up to my mom's, and they watch her for a little bit. I do a little bit of work. I come back, and we hang out, and she screams as loud. Again, she responds to Bomani. She responds to the sports radio, to Bomani, to whatever podcast she's listening to, and talks back in there's, you know what? I have to send you some videos later because again, some of us have just discovered their hands and are very, very loud about it. So.
And she's not making words yet, but you can tell that she knows what she wants to say. She's like, I'm trying to communicate something. I just can't do it yet. It's the most adorable face because you're like, look, I'm trying with you, bud. I'm trying to I'm locking in. You tell me I'm really trying here, but you need to understand I don't speak this language. And they're like, I feel the same way. Well, man, that's awesome, man. Good for you. We had a great weekend. We went down to Supergram, which is Matthew's great grandmother's. She turned 88 this weekend.
Oh, wow.
And so we went to the lake house and hang out with them for all day Sunday. And then I came home Sunday, and it's basketball, it's wrestling. It's a great end of the weekend. Before we can even talk to that, I want to talk about NFL because the draft is this week. We're going to figure out how to do this thing with Felder. I don't know how it's going to work, guys. I'm working on it. I've got a very busy day Friday. So I was recording the mornings, probably out. Thursday, I want to see if we can record but after the draft class. So that's we both got live. So it's going to be tough. We're going to see what we can do here, but you'll have something Friday. I just don't know what it's going to be yet. That being said, the draft is coming up. We had the huge trade, Dexter Lawrence from the Giants to the Bengals
for the 10th pick in the draft.
What you are a recovering Giants fan, or have you relapsed?
Oh, I've recovered. No, I've recovered. I'm football agnostic, friend. I'm NFL.
It's a great place to be, right?
Yes, it's a great place to be.
It's the best. The league is fun when you don't care.
Exactly. And then you can call things out for what they are. It's the
Mm-hmm.
best possible spot. It makes all those things about when people start saying the NBA doesn't do this and this, that, and the third, you can be like, hey, sir, you really don't pay attention to what you're watching on football, do you?
No,
exactly.
They don't.
Exactly.
I'll tell you this. The best part about being a walk away from a fan base is you learn things and you remember things that people forget. I can talk about the Falcons and Eugene Robinson. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about the Falcons getting popped after the COVID year for piping and crowd noise. That no one remembers or talks about. It's this dude. Like, I cheered for this loser franchise for years, man. Years. I gave this franchise years of my life, and it gave me nothing. It gave me 28-3. It gave me embarrassment. It gave me Jamal Anderson stories I can't tell on the air. It gave me things that, if you have Google, this could be a funny moment of realization for you.
Oh no.
Bottom line, I've never been happier to be away because I can watch this Dexter Lawrence thing and be like, that shit is crazy. Because what it appears is the Giants went from, we really want to sign Dexter Lawrence to, not only can we not sign them, we're going all in on the Cam Scattaboo, whatever that quarterback's name, like
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart. We're going all in on Jackson with an X, Dart, as our quarterback in the face of our franchise, which sounds insane.
Well, I think honestly, do you like 50 like relapse?
I'm sorry. Let me time out. Jackson Dart with an X.
Yes.
Cam Scattaboo.
John Harbaugh.
And John Harbaugh. I want to make sure that I incorporate the John Harbaugh of it all. The John Harbaugh of it all, who's now being revealed as the things are coming out of Baltimore. Part of the reason they had so many injuries is because he practiced them so fucking hard.
Yep.
I don't know if Scattaboo knows what thud tempo is, and you're giving him a Harbaugh? Let's see.
No, exactly. Like that's the thing that's like, so from like the just how I have an idea how all this stuff works with them in New Jersey. Yeah. My feeling was we need to show somebody that we're in charge, that John is in charge. And so we're going to send Dexter Lawrence to Cincinnati. Now, granted, for most, that's a fate worse than death. But if you send me with $28 million extra, do I care?
The check helps. And really. The fact that, like, Cincinnati isn't the moribund thing that they've been most of our lives. Like, there's stuff there. Like, Joe, I do hate saying this, but the window's open as long as he's there. Like, he's not wrong about that. He's got a fucking point. And you added Dexter Lawrence after losing if it's not an improvement, it's definitely a way to maintain things from last year and give yourself another opportunity to do something in a division that's going to have a Steelers team that's like a lot of question marks and a Ravens team with a first-year head coach and the Browns are the Browns. And so, if I'm a Bengals fan, first of all, what have I done to myself? But second of all, not terrible.
No, it's not. It's not terrible, but at the same point, I don't know. It's just like this is Mike Brown we're talking about, and they're going to cut a corner somewhere where they shouldn't, and it's going to end up being 7-10 again. Like they're going to lose 3 or 4 games they have no business losing. They're going to win a game that has us believing that they can go to the playoffs and make a deep run, but they're eventually going to go 7-10. Maybe flirt with a wild card. Who knows? Depends on how bad the AFC is. And we'll go.
I think you're underestimating how bad the AFC North is going to be.
Yeah.
Like the Ravens could have a huge bounce back here. That's cool. Pittsburgh, Cleveland, oh no. And so it's one of those things where it's like someone has to win this division, and there has to be.
So you're telling me 7-10 wins the division? That's what
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, there's a lot of wild cards now. There's a lot of those fucking spots.
True.
But yeah, the draft's happening this weekend or Thursday, I guess, the kickoff. I hate what they're doing with the draft just because it's an HR meeting, and like I want. It's so weird because I vacillated because For those who are new to the podcast, episode 401, every episode someone's first episode. I used to be a sports agent. And so for me, watching the draft used to be like work. And like I would I've gotten the call from a team before my client did. And I got to be on the phone with someone in the room while he got the news. It's one of the coolest moments of my life, like to this day. So I watched the draft to watch the kids, to watch them watch their dreams come true. That's why it's a magical weekend. I think that spreading it over 3 days and like maximizing the ad buy is gross and weird, but it's also like very indicative of what America is these days. So maybe I shouldn't be that shocked.
Again, you're talking about spreading an event over multiple days and to maximize the ad buys. It's almost like we're going to talk about something similar to this down the line in the show.
God, I hadn't even put that together, but Roger Goodell was the first Ari Emanuel. Let's go. Firstly, like I said, if you've worked in corporate America, you've heard the term subject matter expert. And when I have a weekend like I had this weekend with a bunch of game ones and some wrestling, Nata, you're the first person I think of. Let's talk basketball first. Let's talk about the most intriguing game of round one of game ones first. Lakers Rockets. I want everyone to listen. I want everyone to listen real fucking close. This is a pro LeBron podcast. 400 episodes, not going to change. And there's something I used to say on this podcast that I haven't had the chance to say in a couple of years. And I'm super excited that the season's back upon us because, Nata, I can look you in the eye on a Monday night and wish you a very happy LeBronica. Yeah. 'Tis the season, my friend. 'Tis the season. Miracles abound. The oil didn't run out. Because this old man, he played with none of their best players.
We have to have a long conversation about what Houston is.
No, we don't. It's a short conversation. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have a point guard, you got other problems.
I don't think they're that talented.
Case in point. Ime Udoka. Case in point. What's the worst Eastern Conference Finals collapse you've ever seen?
Probably. Ooh,
is it Jimmy Butler fucking up the Celtics in Game 7?
Yes, but also you know what's the second? I think it's Milwaukee, Philadelphia, 2001.
Okay, fine, whatever. You know exactly what I'm talking about, though.
Yes, I do.
You know that I'm talking about the fact that an Ime Udoka-led team without a point guard, mind you, got walked down by Jimmy Butler in one of the most embarrassing fashions ever. And now, when you talk about like what the meta story behind this game was, it was the idea that this guy who's been the third option all year was all of a sudden not just going to be asked to lead this thing, but to drag the other guys with him. And what's been what's been necessary the last 3 weeks after the injuries to Reeves and Luka has been watching LeBron empower these young guys. He's turned Bronny into a step-in, spot-up shooter.
Yep. So there's that. And honestly, dare I say it, JJ Redick can coach. Because the one thing he does is he recognizes if I turn LeBron into 96 Magic, where he operates out of the high post, he does all this distribution, he doesn't have to carry the load of initiating everything from the top of the key. We're just going to initiate everything from the block. We're going to play old man ball. And if there's a double, he's going to kick it, swing, swish. And if not,
just 1 second. We don't do pre-show meetings.
Yes.
He doesn't know what I want to talk about. He doesn't know what's on my mind. We're just friends.
Yes.
I call my dad on Mondays and we catch up a little bit. And today we're talking about something I talked about years ago, but we said like, man, and it wasn't 40-year-old LeBron. It was like 35-year-old LeBron. But like old LeBron's going to be Magic Johnson. And that's what he did. But he did it at 40, which is weirder. But it's also like he almost got a triple-double. He's empowering all these young guys. And he's doing it as efficiently as he's ever done it.
Yep.
Scary, and again, right? Pro LeBron podcast always has been, always will be. LeBron James is, in my mind, the greatest of all time because of everything I've seen. I'm 40. I grew up on Michael Jordan, a very steady diet. Yeah. I will take LeBron over him in a head-to-head foot race. And the crowning achievement is winning a playoff game with his son.
Yeah.
Like, I want people to really think about that accomplishment. Think about how hard it is to parent someone to being a professional athlete, just to be the parent in that house. Now imagine you did it while also being in the short list of the greatest to ever play your sport. You also cultivated this young man's talent. You built this motherfucker had a heart attack on a practice court, and no one heard about it for 24 hours because his daddy said, "Don't you dare report on my son."
Exactly.
He is. It's amazing to me. Like, honestly, like I was thinking like meta stuff about this today because, again, talk to my dad. But like, for me, it's like that's an accomplishment, not just as a father, but not just a basketball player, but as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a father.
Let's go even further with this. Is LeBron the greatest child star that we've ever known?
Yes, by far.
Like there's no other one. Like, everyone's going to say, what about Michael Jackson? And there's a lot at
the back end.
There's a lot. There's none of that right now. LeBron
knock on wood.
Yeah. LeBron fulfilled every single prophecy and has not only managed to keep his head, he's managed to PR wise, outside of 2011, and again, outside of the decision, and even then, in the scale of everything, not that bad.
The shirt was kind of bad because I had that shirt. I was like, no, we can't wear the same shirts. You're LeBron James. But yes, beyond that.
Beyond that, but again, he fulfilled everything. He's fulfilled every promise and exceeded on everything.
Exceeded. It was one of those things where it's like he came out and it's like, man, if he's not a Hall of Famer, he's probably a bust. And it's like, oh no, what if he's shortlisted of greatest of all time? And then has his son on a playoff roster with them winning basketball games over a Rockets team that, again, didn't have Kevin Durant, but probably shouldn't have lost that fucking game. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Rockets. So what are the Rockets to you?
They're a team full of misshapen pieces, and they're a team that when you overpay, when you buy into your own guys a little too hard. They paid Şengün. I probably would have traded him. They paid Jabari Smith. I probably would have traded him. They traded Jalen Green after they overpaid him. It's like, the thing is, and this is where everyone always says, build through the draft, build through the draft, build through the draft. And unfortunately, the CBA has made that the only way that you can actually do this now. But this is the issue of building with the draft. Sometimes you get guys that are slightly better than average, and you end up paying them more than they should, and it ends up killing your deal to where you need to bring in a Kevin Durant to help save the entire operation. You need to bring in a Fred VanVleet to save your entire operation. It should not be that if you're drafting and you accurately assess your talent. And that's the problem. That's a team that's a year, maybe 2 years away from blowing this up and starting it all over again.
The Kevin Durant thing was never a long-term fix. That was a Band-Aid on an axe wound.
It is, but like, you're not building this around Amen Thompson. I'm sorry. I've seen enough to where it's not going to look good.
I think for me, the biggest question is, like you said, roster construction, obviously, but are they as far away as you feel? Like that there's such a good defensive team that
they are,
and no matter, and I know the truth is, no matter how good your defense is, better offense always beats it. That's just how it works. Unless you're Kawhi Leonard and you're getting closed out on by Draymond Green and you don't want to try. But don't you think that, like, you get in the right, like, two good offensive spark plugs, you could really turn this thing around? I'm not saying that's an easy thing to do. I'm not saying that there's a plentiful version of this, but I am saying that someone made a mistake and got Jalen Brunson to the Knicks. So, like, is this a situation where you blow it up, or do you wait for someone to make a mistake?
I would argue they have made the mistakes.
They have already made theirs. Okay.
They've already made theirs, and I believe they're either in a first apron situation or a second apron. No, they're in a first apron situation. And that's going to make it a lot harder to actually rebuild and retool this thing on the fly.
That's fair. Let's go out east. Matchup I'm personally invested in. The game that's happening right now as we record. Hawks Knicks. I love what this Hawks team has done down the stretch. I love that Trae Young's they've gotten so much better without Trae Young. They're a year away. They keep this roster together for another year. This can make some noise. This is a battle-tested Knicks team, no matter how much I think they're poorly built and how much I distrust Cat. With not just me, though. The entire city of New York distrusts Cat. It's not just me saying it.
The entire roster doesn't trust them.
It's not just me saying it. Sports Illustrated saying it.
Mike Brown saying it.
Yep. Every bodega owner saying it. Lots of people are saying it.
The bodega cats don't trust Cat.
And this is just a young Hawks team that doesn't have Jock Landis. Got hurt down the stretch by, I believe, the Magic, dirty bastards. And let's just move on. I don't think this team is real.
Sir, you do realize that you're getting a lottery pick in a loaded draft, right?
You do know I don't believe in the NBA draft at this point. I don't believe in it.
I know you don't.
Ricochet is in the first overall pick.
Yeah, okay? Here's the thing. That was before they got rid of what was his name? Landry Fields, and they actually filled it in with a guy that actually knows what he's doing very clearly.
All I'm saying is I believe it when I see it. I've enjoyed watching? CJ McCollum in the Hawks jersey. I've enjoyed that.
That's true, because again, he can't hurt you because he's a bench guy now.
Exactly. Let's go to another place where it's also not hurting a team. The Cavs go up 2-0 on the Raptors, where this is the time of year where everyone figures out who the Raptors have on their team. Very mean to say, but very true. The Cavs, hey, guess what, guys? If James Harden's your third option, you've got a problem, guys, trying to defend that.
And Evan Mobley looks like he took another step.
That's all you need.
Be afraid.
And guess what? And right above them in the bracket, the 1-8, things ain't going well. Because historically, when you come off the playing game, you're a little tired. You've had to play two very hard-fought games to even get in. That first game is usually a blowout. Look at the rest of those. They were blowouts. Pistons. The fuck was that? Nata, you're smarter than me. What was that?
So I'm going to put it this way. I watched a team that I saw basically dead to rights Wednesday night. Come in and destroy the Hornets by 30 on Friday. And I was thinking, okay, same old shitty Hornets, same thing as always. Don't show up when it counts.
I'm not going to get sucked into talking about your terrible team.
No. I can diss my own team at this point. I will say I was expecting Detroit to handle them. The fact that they seem to have figured this out in the 11th hour, and I do mean the 11th hour, because I know you saw the same reports I did, where everyone was saying Paolo was demanding that Jamal Mosley be fired. Again, they didn't like each other. And everybody seemed to come together at the last minute and show some pride.
Nata. Spite is a hell of a drug.
Dog.
You can use hate as fuel. And if all of them hate me, guess what? I've united them against me and the world. There's a lot of different ways to coach. And a lot of football coaches historically have used this method to galvanize their teams. I've never seen it work where 12 people hate you. Just 12. Never seen it work. You usually get fired that way. Guess what? If the right one hates you, great way to get fired. The right one's leaking that he wants you fired or he wants a trade. Great way to get fired.
Usually that's 1, 2, 3 Cancun, Paul. Usually that's 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Apparently, this man's a genius and manipulated them into working against him. I don't know what's happening. I don't care. I believe, because you know what? We're on year 4 of me being like, this is the Magic's year. And so
yeah.
Turning into April, into the team I thought they'd be in October. I don't give a shit how it happened. I'm just glad to be right. You can't hurt me.
To be fair to you, this is like their 11th game this season being healthy. Yep. So you do have that going for you. Which
is nice.
Which, again, and Detroit's in trouble because Jamal Mosley, the one thing he absolutely can do is he can coach defense, and he knows how to take everything that you love away from you.
You said something to me on this podcast months ago. You were like, "Hey, who shoots for them if you can't get layups in the playoffs?" And I didn't have an answer then. I don't have one now, and apparently neither do the Pistons. We're not going to talk about the Celtics 76ers because, dear God,
that's a snuff
please
thing.
stop it. Please stop it. Speaking of which, Spurs Blazers, not going to talk about it. I was listening to Trista Kirk. She was talking. She's a sports commentator. She's a Blazers fan. She's like, maybe they'll have limit on a minutes restriction. And they were like, bro, if your go-to maybe is, I hope he can't play much, you've got a lot of other problems at hand. And
yes.
Good point. We're not going to talk about Suns Thunder because Suns Thunder. I do want to talk about the last series. Nata, you know how I feel about Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
This is a team that has quietly been to 2 straight Western Conference Finals.
Yep. They ain't going this year.
Hey, man.
Nope.
You know why they're not going this year as long as Aaron Murray stays healthy.
Yeah.
That's my caveat. If he goes down, so go the Nuggets.
Yes. Yeah. That's fair.
But all of us people who are hoping for like fairness and equality and good to reign over the world, you need the Nuggets to win. Because that big French motherfucker, the only person in the world who I've watched frustrate him on a consistent basis is Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic, they had an overtime game, was like 3 weeks ago, where he hit a shot over Jokic, or Jokic hit a shot over him, where the look on his face was, you dirty motherfucker.
Yeah.
It was, I played that perfectly, and you still made it?
Mm-hmm.
Look, if you believe that this man has the power to destroy the league, which I actually do, you need the Nuggets to be the Timberwolves. And I apologize, Ant. I'm sorry. I'm doing this for the good of the game. This is basketball reasons 2026. I need the Nuggets to advance. Did Jamal Murray have too many free throws in game 1? Of course he did, because the league knows what's up to. This shit is terrifying. Oh, wait. So now you're not going to cap him at 30 minutes a game? Or you're going to let him just roam and destroy people? Oh, he went 5 of 6 from 3 in his first playoff game ever? What the fuck are we talking about?
When you have the coach telling the other guy, the forward, the center, hey, run up on the guy, chase him off the line, and he's 7'3". What the fuck are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do?
People need to realize that like playoff basketball generally is played in the paint, and they've got that.
Yeah,
they've got that. Yeah. Oh, we can shoot outside. Cool, you can. You'll have to. You
can try.
You don't have a choice. And we know you don't have a choice.
And the thing is, like, then you're feeding into the Castles of the world, who are also dogs. Like, they have pit bull defenders on the perimeter that only get fueled by the fact that you're scared of that 7'3" guy in the pit.
I want to know if Greg Popovich is drinking water. Does the coach talk?
Probably not.
Ventriloquists are weird that way.
Yeah. Probably not.
So let's just do it really quickly here. So I guess as a podcast, Thunder Suns are taking the Thunder, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Lakers, Rockets. Who you got?
Lakers in 5.
Join me. Gentlemen sweep. Happy LeBronica, everyone.
Durant's not playing game 2.
If Durant doesn't play game 2, it's really over.
Yeah. Durant's not playing game 2.
I want to make a real bold statement here. If they get out of the first and Luka comes back, there's one thing that little white boy does. They score a bunch of fucking points, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah. The only thing is, do you trust them against OKC?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Because of the combined IQ of Luka, LeBron, and JJ Redick.
Man, I don't know.
I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm saying puncher's chance in a 7-game series.
Fair.
I'm saying I'm going to go on the experience of just like because one thing you and I have always agreed on, I think JJ Redick knows basketball. And I think that LeBron James is possibly the smartest basketball player of all time. And I think that Luka is an engine that generates points. And I think the three of them could possibly, as I watch fucking Luke Kennard bomb on people, they could figure it the fuck out.
Oh,
that's all I'm saying.
That was the wildest part about that. I saw Luke Kennard start shooting threes in bunches. We ain't never seen that before.
Y'all don't want LeBron to get these motherfuckers. And the confidence of coming off of a LeBron-led series win?
Yeah. Like, I get it. I really do.
I'm taking Lakers in 5. I know I have a lot
of
Lakers
in 5. No, Lakers in 5. I just don't know about the next round.
That's fine. Guess what? That's the beauty of the playoffs. They got to play the games. They got to play them, and we got to watch them. And I got to ruin my sleep schedule because West Coast. Nuggets, Timberwolves. Denver's currently up 1-0. They're playing tonight at 10:30. Who you got?
Nuggets in 6.
That's exactly. I was gonna say this is a team that has given the Nuggets fits in the past. I'm taking Nuggets in 6. Spurs in a sweep. Out east, Celtics in a snuff film.
Yeah.
Hawks and Knicks in a gentleman sweep. I'm sorry, they're gonna get 5. The Hawks will get 1 at home.
Yeah, yeah. The Magic City special. No, Magic City special. You know I'm right.
They make it 2 at home. I hadn't even counted that. Cavs. I'm taking Cavs in the sweep. I think when James Harden's your third player, like that was what I said when the trade happened. It was like, this could be really bad, guys. This could be really bad. And everyone's like, oh, it's not working. They haven't really meshed. They seem to have figured some shit out, and we might need to be careful. And then Pistons Magic. I can't call this one. I refuse to.
I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching that one. And also the funny thing about I think the Raptors you were talking about, we don't know much about them. We're finding out that, hey, RJ, again, building a team around RJ Barrett, building a team around Brandon Ingram, and not really having a point guard. Funny how that works, because as much as we like Emmanuel Quickly, he doesn't ever stay healthy. We're finding out how bad of a build that really is.
Use his proper name, Maple Mamba.
Fair.
Shit's ridiculous. Let's go to wrestling. So we're going to shift gears here to professional wrestling. WrestleMania happened this weekend. It's evolved or grown or exploded or metastasized into a 2-night event.
Metastasized is the best word.
Into a 2-night event. They went back to Vegas this year. They're going to Saudi Arabia next year. And before we even get into the event itself, I want to kind of talk about some of the meta things that are happening around WWE, TKO, Zuffa, all the shit. This is bad.
Yeah.
This is really bad. Like, so for those who don't know, combat sports in this country is largely run by one federation, it being TKO. They're trying to take over boxing by using a carve out to the Muhammad Ali law. Please, if you don't, Muhammad Ali Act, excuse me, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a fantastic podcast. Pablo Torre did a good one on it, but also just Google what the Muhammad Ali Act is so you can learn about why there's so many different belts and so many different federations and why the decentralized ownership of boxing probably saved boxing from corruption. Because when there's only one body and they own the belts, they can then determine like weighted matchmaking and things of that nature. They turn it into professional wrestling, and that's kind of the way they've been selling it. And what's happened is also that this TKO, this UFC, this mentality has seeped back into professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And the idea is we're okay with alienating the people who built this thing as long as we capture the outlier fan. It's been no secret, I think, that ESPN has had a bit of buyer's remorse with their current deal with WWE and TKO. And so this weekend was very big for that partnership. That's why you saw what matches on ESPN and ESPN2 just to kick off nights. And that's why you saw them all over. I guess they did First Take from Mania and all this other shit. So
Stephen A. Smith in the crowd.
I mean, look, that's every year. That's every year. Yeah. But I think that I wanted to just have that to talk about this before we get into the show itself, because has this, what we've watched happen, what we can't kind of ignore, has that changed your enjoyment or your engagement with the product?
No, and that's only because I'm in the business.
Fair.
Like a lot of like my dissent. Like I'm desensitized to a lot of this because unfortunately, this is a lot of what we're seeing with like TKO is a lot of what we're seeing with media. Everything is being consolidated. Big bank takes little bank. So if we're thinking about like, hey, this is all centralized, everything else like that, it's the same thing with your media company. You just you just tend to care more because it's your entertainment. It's your basic. It's your release valve. So I get it in one aspect, but no, for the most part, like I've learned how to ignore it, and probably for the detriment of everything else. But I can tune it out because it's basically like everything else in life.
I think that's why I'm having trouble tuning it out because it is so much like everything else in life. I've got Raw going right now, Wrestlemania, because it's Wrestlemania. But I've stopped watching weekly. I will hop on the VPN for PLE if it's got a match or two I really want to see. But like just even doing the overhead shot just now with Finn, the logo's in the ring, man. Like there's so much stuff that I'm just like, I don't like it. It doesn't feel like it's for me anymore. And now that there's an alternative and I can more afford, like when Dynamite came, I bought 3 tickets, 5 rows back. They ran the Dreams Arena, so it was a small venue, which is always a huge plus for me. And I think the 3 tickets set me back like $90.
That's fair.
Like
that, honestly. Here's the thing. So I'm kind of like you. And I stress kind of, because I will watch Raw for the most, or I'll keep up with clips. But do you know the weekly show I pay attention to more than most? NXT.
Yeah. Okay. See, I haven't watched NXT in years now, I think.
Because NXT quite literally is on free TV. It's Tuesday. It's 2 hours. You get your commercials. It's the least branded of the 3, and it's the easiest to get to.
That's me and Dynamite.
Like,
it's a crisp 2 hours. I don't watch Collision. I watch Dynamite. I'll catch Collision clips, and then I'll hop in for pay-per-views. And that's my engagement. Like, I don't have it in me to go 6 hours a week on weekly, and then maybe NXT. Like, I don't have that in me. And so maybe it's me realizing that I think that some of the product's not for me now, and I think that's okay.
Yes.
But it's also the realization that, like, part of it is the fact that I can't watch a match without Finn Balor put Dominic Mysterio into the Slim Jim table. like, what am I doing? Like, and yes, this is a business where the you measure everything in dollars, and it's designed to make money. It is capitalism. It's a circus. I get that. At the same time, I ain't got to play in my face. Like, I don't know, man. It just feels weird.
I have a question. I have a question for you, though. So how much of this, again, you not being able to enjoy the product as much, is because they've, again, thankfully, the video games have been better, and you can do stuff with it where you can customize what you actually want to see in the digital representation yearly.
That's the conversation we're going to have when this podcast is over, how your universe is going. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It helps. It helps a lot, because I'm like, I don't like this book. What are they do? Okay, so let's get into it. So WrestleMania happened this weekend. They've metastasized into 2 nights. It is truly a cancer. It's a cancer.
Well, to be fair, like, I was okay with 2 nights at the outset, because staying up till like 1 a.m. for the main event was not the move for the one night. So I was okay with it to begin with. Okay. And then it got to where, like, last night, main event was done by what, 10 o'clock?
9.
Everybody was in 9:40, 10 o'clock. I was perfectly fine with that. I am on one level. On another level, that means I know
you're walking out in Vegas at 6:30.
Fair.
Like, he can't even get like a nighttime shot in Allegiant. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, fair. Yes, there's some, and guess what? It's not like you're keeping your crowd hot all the time, because night 1, 7 matches, night 2, 6. So it's not like you're filling the time with bell to bell entertainment. It is a lot of. So we're gonna get into we're gonna go break down the 2 night cards. I want to just say this before I get into anything else. I think it was a poorly produced wrestling show. Because the point of a wrestling match is to tell a story. Point of a wrestling show is also to tell a story.
Yeah.
And it's hard to tell that story when you got your semi-main, which should be fairly hot. I'm looking at both matches the night before. The semi-main was the women's title match from both nights. Should be fairly hot. We can talk about the match quality afterwards. The 35-minute in between.
Yeah, no.
Before your bell rings, before your entrances, for your main event. You've got all this building crescendo of energy, and you voluntarily kill it for, again, these are individually great things. Bianca Belair pregnant, that's good for her. Good for Montez, good for the family. Danhausen getting a WrestleMania spot, good for wrestling. Yes. They don't belong right there. Like that for me, I'm like,
I would agree, but
this show.
I would agree, but on the production side, if ESPN is demanding a certain amount of time for those ad breaks, you're going to need something to get some of these people back.
That was a four match main card.
I know.
Last night.
I know.
Okay. So let's go through the card. Night one. We're going to talk about them. They want you to talk about them separately because of what we're about to say. I refuse.
Yeah.
And I know the old Vince McMahon axiom, they only remember the last thing they see in the ring. And the last thing they gave us was a very, 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 very good wrestling match.
Yes.
But I refuse to be Vince out of this. I'm going to talk about this honestly and clearly. And let's start with on ESPN, the Usos and LA Knight taking on the Vision, Austin Theory and Logan Paul. And I Show Speed. It was a 7-minute 6-man tag match. No one got their shit in.
Nope.
And the prevailing angle afterwards was I Show Speed hitting the big splash. Nata, where do you land on this whole rigmarole?
That was an ESPN request. That's the
100%. 100%.
Like,
and I want to make something very clear here. I am 40. So the cachet that I Show Speed, I'm sure, has with some people, lost on your boy. I don't get the appeal. I don't understand the interest. He doesn't seem... You and I are men of a certain age. We were raised to believe, we were taught, I was at least, that the thing that mattered most in this world was substance.
Yes.
That you had
that
that all the salesmanship in the world wasn't worth it if you couldn't deliver. I love your sizzle, but damn it, I got to eat a steak. And what I've learned is that the world has shown me in the time intervening is that what if the sizzle's great?
I mean, how do you think Zack Snyder ever got what he did?
He only read splash pages. Next questions.
Exactly. Like
all these comics are great.
Exactly. Like that man managed to bastardize the Watchmen. Do you have any idea how hard it is?
He took the soul out of Watchmen. It is almost impressive, honestly. I'm a little impressed, Zach. You did it. Next match we had was also ESPN special, so there's no blood. But Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. Hey, if ESPN demanded this one, good call, execs.
Now that one was clear. That one was clearly like. That was because I don't think, again, the one thing I found very interesting is like Mark Shapiro had some talk apparently either this weekend or something about how TKO basically books everything. And like everyone wants to blame Triple H for stuff. And there's some stuff he does take blame for. But at the same point, like everybody got bosses. It's very clear that they were like, Hunter, you could book this one. Here, the second match of the card. Have
fun. Have fun, buddy. Have fun, Paul.
Have fun. Exactly.
And he did. And I want to talk. I don't know who produced it, but whenever that comes out, I'm very impressed by the unsanctioned match. First match on the main card. This is a four-way tag team match for the women's tag team championships. And it was given 8 minutes and 33 seconds.
Charlotte Flair deserves better.
There's not a woman in that ring who didn't deserve better.
Fair.
Welcome back, Paige. I'm excited she's back. A lot of the whole match was built around some Paige like centric spots. Again, this is another one where there's so little time and so many people that not everyone gets their shit in. I was happy that I did see Lash Legend hit her finish. I think that was cool. I think that was good to give the youngest. I think she is the greenest wrestler in that ring.
She
is a little bit of a shine there. Oh, by far, as I'm looking over the name, by far the greenest.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she got some shine. I'm even with losing the titles. But yeah, Paige is back. We got a built-in feud with Nikki Bella whenever she gets back from healthy, and like I hate harping on the match time, but I also hope that they're able to use this to catapult some better storytelling going forward, because a lot of this storytelling was a little shaky going in too. There was stuff on TV with Charlotte, Alexa Bailey, and Lyra, but beyond that, I felt like Nia and Lash Legends, the champions, were kind of afterthoughts coming in.
Well, that's the problem with the tag team titles in WWE in 2025 and 2026.
Not in 2K26 Daniel Palmer's universe, man. I'll tell you what, things are hot and cooking. After that, they finished up. They followed up with Becky defending Becky and AJ Lee Intercontinental Championship. 8 minutes 15 seconds. I'm gonna just mention this match time sometimes. This match is a feud that has been cooking since September. Okay.
Even earlier, I think.
I'm underwhelmed. I will remain underwhelmed. I think it's probably the result was probably going to be because I think AJ Lee's gone for now. But man, I don't know. I thought they had more in them. I thought they had more time. I don't know. I hate saying I wish they had more time.
At the risk of being offensive, like AJ came back for the money because TKO just gave her a check that she could not afford to say no to.
And what's wild is she's had matches where she had like the Bailey match was so good. Yeah. She had so much chemistry with Bailey. I think that the chemistry with Becky's gotten a lot better. But again, another clunky. I thought the ending was really well booked with her Jessica Carr ducking the clothesline into the. I thought there was a lot of stuff in that I really enjoyed. But again, I just feel like that I wish I had more time to breathe. And keep in mind, when I say that these matches are 8 minutes, 8:33, 7:08. 14 for Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. One, a lot of these short change matches happen to have women in them. Just a fact.
Yeah.
And two, the intervening time was not spent building for other matches. It was not spent reestablishing storyline. It was spent selling us a Hulk Hogan documentary that I, honest to God, might have watched before 3 hours of promo. I like Shoemaker. I like Kaz. I like people who are going to be talking on the documentary. I was curious what they had to say. I'll catch the Kaz and Shoemaker clip somewhere else. I will not watch it. April 22nd, you shouldn't watch either. Fuck Hulk Hogan. Fifth match of night one, Gunther and Seth Rollins, 17 minutes.
Too short, even for that.
Give him 20 more. Give him 20 more. And like I make a lot of jokes on this podcast about AEW pay-per-views because I am 40 and I can't stay up that late. But
yeah,
I know everyone's going to get the time to do what they need to do to tell the story they want to tell. It was too short just from this match fucks kind of perspective.
Yes.
I think they told the story they wanted to tell. It was all building towards the return of Braun Breaker. But man, what a way to get there. God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm just glad they gave Gunther. I'm glad they gave Gunther something to do because it was looking kind of dicey to begin with. Like,
so it was one of those things where the booking took some time to get there, and it got there, and it followed up, and I'm glad that they figured it out because you're right. It was the path wasn't great. But I hate that Vince was right because what they ended up with, I don't care about the path. Give me those two again. Give it to me again. Give it to me at Backlash. Give it to me in the next couple of pay-per-views. I don't give a shit. Keep this going forever. The story's flimsy. The matches are awesome. That's what I'm here for, guys. I'm a bell-to-bell guy. I am a nerd. And because I'm a bell-to-bell guy, I am physically upset. Liv Morgan. Stephanie Becker.
Yeah.
6 minutes and 51 seconds. Complete with double interference.
Yeah.
And this, for my money, has been one of the hotter builds on the card, man. Like, they did a really good job of elevating this feud. The physicality was there. It was on point. I thought they did a really good job establishing the stakes going into the match. And then for that match to be over as quickly as it was, and not just like quickly because you looked at the clock, quickly because it felt like it happened fast.
Liv Morgan did not put a goose egg on her head, did not intentionally damn near concuss herself for a sub 10-minute match. There's no way. No way. And they deserve better. But at the same point, this goes back to, unfortunately, everybody's got bosses, except, Ari Emanuel and Nick Khan. Like, everybody's got bosses.
They work for someone too.
That's true. That's
it's
true.
Satan, but still. Was that too far?
No, not entirely.
Okay. I felt okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
and then we get to the main. We get to night one main right from here.
Which, okay, let's go. Let's throw out the story stuff. I hate the story stuff. I hate the Pat McAfee of it all. I hate the bullshit and ballyhoo in the very beginning of the match. I hate it all. I hate everything that happened pre the bell. Whatever. You proved to me that neither one of those motherfuckers need to be near the ring in the first place. Get them out of here. This whole thing kicks off with Cody and Randy signing a contract after Elimination Chamber, and Cody saying, "You can go back to the old you."
Mm-hmm. That's all we need.
Randy then beats that man bloody, and then this match starts with the outside bullshit, all the fighting, all the anger, all the animosity they built in, all the story, the 20 years of story. And what's the first move in the match, Nata? What's the first thing they do?
What was it?
Collar elbow.
Yeah, that's true. No.
You hate these men? You just put someone through a table pre-match? Bell rings? And a collar and elbow?
Yeah.
What? And now, and again, this Randy Orton is one of my favorite wrestlers because he's so fucking good at this. He works a slow style when he's working heel because that's how heels are supposed to work. Welcome to professional wrestling, everyone. You work slow so the crowd gets mad, so they boo you more, so they hate you more. That's heel work. Randy working heel and then stacking working a back injury on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Genius.
I know, but it's trying to get me to boo you, but it's just making me frustrated that they couldn't book this better. That it just reminds me like this should have been booked so much goddamn better. That's the only way I can feel the entire time it's happening. And maybe your mileage. I'm gonna be very honest. I fell asleep during this main event.
Fair enough. Do you want to know the thing that honestly, and I'm going to say this a bunch of times during this review? The biggest thing that I came away with was if this was on Peacock like it was last year, this gets the time it deserves.
I hadn't even honestly, you mentioning this specifically is blowing my mind because I hadn't even thought about the difference between Peacock being very willing and loyal partners and ESPN being like, here's a bunch of money, do what we say.
But here's the thing. You want me to tie it to something else? Think about the NBA. Think about how little ESPN cared about the NBA product, and think about how they helped to the attrition of the NBA ratings, TV ratings. And then you see what happens when you get a partner that actually cares about the product and knows that they have a financial stake in building their app to storytelling. So again, you're talking about essentially putting your money with ESPN is basically the only reason you do it is for the quick payday, but they don't care about your product. They're local. They're locusts essentially. And when you do this and when you continually go to this for this quick payday and you do these things where you're trying to make money and not care about the storytelling, these are the things that come with it.
Go talk to anyone who used to be a UFC fan.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they're
probably happier on Paramount Plus, which is crazy.
I mean, just like the whole experience as a fan over the last 20 years has deteriorated dramatically. And I want to make something very clear. Night one was a bad night of wrestling. Bad night of wrestling. It was bad.
Yeah.
Not just me saying it. And I'm not just doing the Becky thing anymore. A lot of people are saying it. We go to night two because we persevere because, God damn it, we love professional wrestling. And in 4 minutes and 46 seconds, we were all reminded why.
Yes.
So you and I had texted during that, and I was like, hey, man, I'm behind. I'm not watching. You texted me while I was putting the kid to bed, and you just said, yo.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, but I was like, fuck, they fucked it up again, didn't they? I knew they would. He said the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Because in 4 minutes and 46 seconds, Obafemi, the ruler, the mountain that cannot be conquered, destroyed Brock Lesnar. The record book will say defeated or pinned. He avenged every black wrestler who Brock Lesnar has terrorized over the last 25 years.
That
Kofi
man
Kingston, we see you. Bobby Lashley, we see you. Big E, we see you.
MVP.
Oba stands on the shoulder of giants.
Like that
Shelton
man.
Benjamin, we see you. Jeff Hardy, I'm just gonna play.
He's invited to the cookout. He counts anyway.
Oh, look, hey man, hey, I was kidding. I wasn't kidding. All right, so like post match, Brock does the thing. He undoes the boots, takes off the gloves, throws up the X, hugs Paul Heyman, cries his way out, handshakes with fans. Part of me says that TKO wouldn't let him do that if he was actually retiring me, but another part of me is like, well, who gonna tell him?
Also, do you want to know the first thing I thought of? Honestly, what's coming out in those depositions?
Oh, that was the second thing I thought. Was like, this is a man who wants to get his family out of the public eye. Like, because you know what you're not going to do? Go find Brock Lesnar and ask him a question.
No, you're not going to that farm.
You can go if you can find him at a TV. You can't find him in Minnesota.
He's not even there anymore. He's in Canada.
Or Ontario. I think he's in Canada now, right?
He's in Canada. He's in some remote
Brock,
portion.
If this gets back to you, Brock, I don't know where you are. It's not my fucking business. I don't know why Nata's making all these assumptions and trying to people where you are. I would never do that, Brock. I believe in Brock Lesnar. Now, yeah, man, Obafemi, that was perfectly booked. Yes. He came out the top of Raw and said, "Your ruler is here." Like, dog, it's over.
Drop the mic and yeah.
Go get I worry about inflation because they're about to print a shit ton of money. They're about to print money. And please don't fuck this up, Paul. Next up on the match, was this on ESPN as well? Was the Intercontinental title match on ESPN?
Yes, it was. Is the final one on ESPN.
The only non-singles match this night to Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, Rey Mysterio. 15 minutes they were given. They did a lot in those 15 minutes. A lot of people got their shit in. JD just got beaten to shit. Javon Evans hit that amazing OG cutter off the ladder to Rusev. Dragon Lee came out in a fantastic entrance gear that probably cost him a lot of money that did not make TV because they were running more Hulk Hogan promo. That's not a joke. That is the truth. Go watch the replay. And you go find the pictures because it looked great. It was great gear. For those who don't know, wrestlers buy their own gear. They pay for their own gear. They pay for their hotels. They pay for their rental cars.
The WrestleMania buys will pay for that outfit.
It would have if they got WrestleMania cut. If they got WrestleMania checks, still that's a different conversation. But it was a great match, fun for the whole family. I had pitted 2 destroyers that I thought were actually murder attempts. So that checks a lot of boxes in my life as far as was this a good ladder match or not. And exactly. I had fun with it. And Penta got the helpful title. So he can keep the AAA connection and have fun down there with El Hijo de Valkingo and everyone else. So I enjoyed every second of it.
Again, and you know what? The best part is it builds to the eventual Javon Evans Penta match, probably a Money in the Bank for the IC title that we're going to look forward to. Or it's going to be something that main events Raw in a couple of weeks. Or months. I'm looking forward to it.
Either reunite them as a tag team or let him wrestle Rey Fenix. Either give me Lucha Brothers or let them wrestle.
Sir, have you seen what like tag teams are in WWE in 2026?
Then let them wrestle.
Sir, don't be careful what you wish for.
You've seen them wrestle. They're so much fun because they're allowed to hit each other because they're brothers. Like it's so good. They beat the shit out of each other.
I know what you're talking. I'm just saying. Be careful what you wish for.
Do it for 2 months. I don't do it for 2 years. I don't. Every time we need a spot, we're gonna put the brothers together. Awesome. You know what they did that for years? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. You know what that got us? A lot of fun matches. So I'm okay with it. Okay. Next up, Trick Williams with the train of the 75-foot train.
Oh, the CVS. Have you seen the meme with where they turned it into the CVS receipt? I saw that and I just
That's so mean.
Somewhere Lash Legend is like, yo, we're saving that for the actual wedding.
That's her train. Little Yachty again. He's going to fit in the ISO speed category of people. I don't know who they are,
but he's actually good at it. He's actually good at he's actually good at being a manager.
He cares about professional wrestling. Everything I've seen about him, I did a little research myself. This man's been talking about professional wrestling before he was even famous. So bona fides are appreciated. However, 7 minutes again. And you know what I liked about this? They knew there was urgency. You know what the first move in this match was? The hockey punches.
Yes.
They came out firing because this was a heated thing and they only had 7 minutes. When Sammy hits the blue thunder bomb within the first 3 minutes of a match, I'm like, oh, wow, they don't have much time at all.
They don't have much time at all. And the rematch is going to be pretty dope on SmackDown in like 2
Can I tell you what they did pull off in 7 minutes?
An
effective double turn. They finalized the double turn. It's been happening for weeks, but they finalized, like, Sammy worked heel that whole match. That was a heel match for Sami Zayn. And Trick did a good job being babyface in peril. He did it at his size, which is tough sometimes. And I really enjoyed both his growth as a performer and the match itself. Again, wish they had more time, but it is what it is. Next up, Finn Balor put on the paint to fight Dominic Mysterio in a street fight that never left ringside.
I knew you were going to hate that part.
Put it on Raw. Put it on Raw. Let it main event a Raw.
The Demon, nah. On that one time, I got to disagree.
No, because you're buying into the Paul of it all. The Demon's not supposed to be some extra character. It's just Finn in war paint. It's never supposed to be this. It's turned into something it wasn't supposed to be. And I get that. I get that's what the conditioning are. I get that. I'm just saying, if you're going to end with him going through a Slim Jim table, do it on Netflix.
Fair. And give it 20 minutes.
I was using a VPN, so I did it on Netflix, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. and give it 20 minutes. Yeah, I get you on that one. That one I can't argue.
And maybe give me some color. People are paying now. Maybe color this bad boy up. Too much to ask for?
Has Dominic ever bled? I don't think he's ever bled in a match.
I hope that Ray bleeds him first.
That would be nice. But I don't think we're getting it, but that would be nice.
No, it's not. Ray should have retired right now. This is getting weird.
Yes.
Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill, 10 minutes for the WWE Women's Championship. Jade Cargill showing real growth as a performer. Like legitimate, real growth as a performer. It's been super impressive to watch.
Yeah. Like legitimately good. I am surprised she's as good as she is. And Rhea, again, that was a match that I was worried was going to be incredibly, horrifically bad. And
I didn't like the build.
Yeah.
But Jade Cargill hit a one-wing angel in a WWE ring in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
She's calling it the Sandstorm, apparently.
Interesting.
Which, like, hey, man, nod to the god of professional wrestling. Good on you, Jade. Good on you. Yeah. I thought it was a great match. I thought she showed me more than I'd seen previously from her. Every time she's in a big stage, she seems to improve, if not completely blow us away. So excited for her team.
She might end up being AEW's biggest fumble.
I mean,
she might end up.
Cody Rhodes has headlined like 5 WrestleManias in a row.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, in terms of crossover and bringing a section of people that don't normally watch.
That's fine. You can talk about expanding the product. I'm just talking about like their biggest fumble.
I know.
CM Punk's in the main event, but the match we're about to talk about.
Fair. Well, to be fair, that was Jack Perry's fault. That's
fine. They still dropped the ball. Yeah. Ethan Page just debuted on Raw. Like a lot.
No. How dare you? Ethan Page on the level of Jade Cargill? No.
Penta. Like we could do AEW fumbles up and down this card if you really want to do that.
Persephone's going to be another one, but that's another story.
That's a whole we'll get there, but you're right. I agree. Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, fair.
Like they fumbled. Yeah, let's talk about the main event because
it redeemed it a lot.
If you're gonna Vince this, that makes it a good Mania because this main event was awesome. Awesome. From Roman being sung out to the piano and opera.
The original theme too.
Huh?
The original like OTC theme too.
To Punk coming out to AF fucking I.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saw him laughing at himself. He's like, "This is amazing. I'm coming out to my ROH music at WrestleMania. It's a closed Sunday night." They did one of the shots where they saw him in the hallway and he's laughing. And the next time they go back, he's serious again. But like, yeah, man, I'd be giddy as shit too. They're playing AFI in Allegiant Stadium for me right now. I'm about to go out and have a 34-minute banger with Roman Reigns. My favorite part about the match: no interference, no ref bumps. No horse shit, just two guys squaring up for 30 minutes.
And the funny part is, like, I was just thinking to my, like, I hate to say it, as much as I was thinking about, like, loving the moment, I was like, shit, this was supposed to be Seth and Roman. What would that have looked like? Because that was in the back of my mind, like, this was initially supposed to be Seth Roman. What does that fucking look like?
I think this looked better. If only because Seth Roman were immediately comparing with the other 8,000 Seth Roman matches.
Fair.
Roman Punk is a one, like we will, and because I think time, Cena, AJ, Brock all hung them up in the last calendar, all at 48 years old. CM Punk is 47.
Yeah, we're winding down.
This is the end of the main event run of CM Punk, in my opinion. He may get one last couple pops, but like as far as I carry the title and carry the weight. The story they told in the ring, his inability to pick up
Roman
from his knees. Have you seen the clip? There's a clip going around. I'll find it for you.
With Moxley
matches,
and Seth. Moxley.
And he does it all three. Does it, and he can't get it for Roman. Yeah, and I think like that's. And because Punk's the kind of wrestling nerd who would know that, because it's off the same, for the record, it's off the same rope, facing hard cam each time. Not a mistake. This is not a man who makes mistakes in the ring, who comes out with Harley Race on the back of his jacket.
Yeah.
And so it is really vindicating to watch him get the spot he's always wanted. Because we can say, it's a 4-night WrestleMania. The main event is the last thing you see in WrestleMania. And he main evented WrestleMania. He burned down that building with Roman Reigns. And he did what he always wanted to do. And for that, I tipped my cap to him. That was a fantastic match. It's a match that I don't know Seth would have delivered, because I don't know if the desperation of knowing it was his last time would be there if it was Seth.
Fair. That's fair, but I would like the brothers situation. I think where Seth was now, where compared to those previous matches, like I agree. The last time we got Seth Roman, it was in the Rumble, and it was 4.5 stars easy. I think
and Seth won.
Was it? No, I thought that was a no
DQ finish because Roman wouldn't stop hitting him.
That's true. But yeah, like I do think that was going to be fast. But you're right in terms of a storytelling. Again, you're right in terms of a storytelling thing. Like we got, like I have you seen the HBK documentary, the new one?
I haven't yet. Haven't had time.
He says something about the WrestleMania 25 where he's like if I never have another match, I'll be fine with my career. I have a feeling Punk is saying the same thing right now, where he's finishing out the string. And
it was a really great match.
Like my personal hope for Punk is that over the next 18 months, we'll say. He finishes out the string. He has his little Shawn Michaels runs where he's going to be mid-card, but he's going to steal the main event. He's going to steal the show, and then he joins Shawn Michaels in Florida to just create the next generation of talent. That's
or NXT North and does in Chicago.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
I don't know if they got enough talent to do it twice. Man, thank you for doing this with me. This is a lot of fun. We got all the way through what's happening on Raw Live, and we got through at least part of the Knicks beating the Hawks. Oh, shit, we're tied in the fourth. I got to go.
Yep.
Nata, tell everyone where they can find you, brother.
You can just find me, again, Nata the Scribe. I'm going to do some stuff with the newsletter, going to convert a few things. We're still figuring out what off-season protocols are going to be for dispatches from Spectrum. As soon as I figure that out, you'll know. Just Nata the Scribe. Choose your platform of choice. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Twitter. And every now and again, I'm on Instagram at NataFresh. Either way, I still got to figure out what this content is going to look like this summer. I have no idea.
Excited to see you, man. If you need someone to make fun of the Hornets, I'm always here to help. But thank you for coming on. Thank you for talking basketball and wrestling. And hopefully we're going to be settling in for a Hawks win at the end of this bad boy. But again, this is the Unanimous Decision Podcast. I'm your host, D-Palm. Follow me on Blue Sky at DPalm66. Follow me on all the socials. Make sure you check out at UDPod. Make sure you go on YouTube and follow us on YouTube at UDPod66. Spotify, Apple iTunes, everywhere you get your podcast for free 99. Check us out. Let's go Hawks. We'll see you guys later this week with something about the draft on Friday. Talk to you guys soon.